Yeah guys, hi Kit Kats, how are you? I hope you're having an awesome weekend, and on today's video I'm going to be talking about some of my favourite cartoon conspiracy theories. Now, I grew up in the 90s, so I was a huge Nickelodeon Cartoon Network watcher. Obviously being from England, we did get delayed series, or they were shown later than in probably American broadcasting. But some of my favourites were Recess, Hey Arnold, the Rugrats, just to name a few. So I'm going to be talking to you today about some of the conspiracy theories that I've heard about. Now the first conspiracy theory is about SpongeBob SquarePants, and I've read this a lot on the internet and seen loads of pictures, and there's a conspiracy theory saying that SpongeBob and the main characters are based on the 7 deadly sins. Now the first one being SpongeBob himself, and his is lust. His is lust. Now it says online, it says, it does seem a little bit weird and confusing, but he has excess love for others. So for all the other characters, you know, he really cares about them in like a lust sort of sense of way. And he always has those like really big eyes and like almost hearts in his faces, and his whole body just goes like that, like I'm like really like in love sort of thing. Now the second thing the second deadly sin is Gary. Now Gary is SpongeBob's pets now, who meows like a cat, really random, and Gary suffers from gluttony, I think it is. And gluttony is like the greed of food, and Gary gets very funny if he doesn't get fed on time. And there's a couple of episodes of SpongeBob where he gets like really angry if you don't feed him properly, and every time SpongeBob eats or there's like food, Gary literally will just like eats like really quickly, moves it all down and everything. So it said that Gary is the second most deadly sin, which is gluttony. And then I'm going to move on to Patrick, and Patrick has sloth. And sloth is about like, you know, that like lazing around. He doesn't really do much. He sort of just like lies down a lot, you know, in his home. But when he is out and about, it's for his like best friend SpongeBob. Basically, I think he just feels awkward, and he just doesn't have any willingness or like any attitude to do anything. He just rather just lays around and do nothing. But fair play to him, you know. Now then, the fourth one is Mr. Krabs, and his is greed. And you can see in a lot of the episodes when loads and loads of money comes, or loads of customers, he just has those dollar signs in his eyes, and all he cares about is just making money, and all money. Because just from watching all the episodes, literally all he says is that money, and that's all he seems to care about, is just the greed of having loads and loads of money. So yeah, that's Mr. Krabs is greed. I'm now going to move on to Squidward. Now Squidward is quite a hard one for me because I know roughly most of the 7 deadly sins, and for Squidward I was a bit confused of how you'd explain his character. But it says on here that his is wrath, and wrath involves feelings of hatred and anger. He hates his life, he usually hates SpongeBob, and he's pretty much angry all the time. So wrath is probably a good one to describe him. And generally he is, though, you know, you've got the polar opposites. You've got SpongeBob, who's very happy, jolly, you know, loving, caring, and then you've got Squidward, who's like really angry all the time and just hates everyone and just generally hates life. So it's like quite a cool balance in between the two. I'm now going to move on to Sandy, and Sandy is the squirrel that lives in that dome, I think it is, and she seems really hot, happy and jolly all the time. So I was trying to think of like, how would you describe that, or how would you describe her character? But it says here, Sandy is pride. And that's a good example. She takes pride in what she does and where she comes from. So I don't want to use like bragging, use the word bragging, but she does talk a lot about where she comes from. You know, she's very proud of who she is. She's always smiling all the time, and she's just generally proud, to the point where she'll just go on and on and on and on about that sort of thing. So Sandy is pride. I'm now going to move on to the last one, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm now going to move on to the 7th deadly sin, and this is obviously plankton. Now plankton is like the little green bug thing. He's probably like a flea or something, I don't know. And of course he has the last 7 deadly sin, which is envy. And basically he's just envious of the success of Mr. Krabs, and all he wants to do in literally every episode is steal the secret Krabby Patty recipe, I think that's what it is. And he's just completely jealous of obviously Mr. Krabs and everyone else, and he just has envy for them because they're doing so much better than he is, and generally probably even a better job and everything. So plankton is envy. So the second conspiracy theory I'm going to talk to you about is a conspiracy theory involving Rugrats. Now Rugrats came out when I was, I think I was about 8 or 9 at the time, and I used to watch it all the time. I was a really, really big fan of it, and it was really quirky and it was fun, you know, the fun storylines, just watching the babies and stuff. And I just thought Angelica was really like snooty and horrible, but I kind of loved her, and Susie as well was really lovely. And recently I started to read about conspiracy theories, have watched videos about the Rugrats. Now I've heard one version where basically Angelica has a vivid imagination, and what happened is Stu and Dee Dee actually had Tommy stillborn, so he didn't make it, and that's why Stu is like obsessed with inventing things, you know, like the reptile truck or something he made. He's obsessed with building things for the baby that never existed. There's a conspiracy theory I'm saying about the twins, their mum, what her name is now, she lost the baby, and Angelica didn't know if it was boy or girl, so she brought up that they were a twin boy and a twin girl. And then there's this theory saying that Chucky was like died when his mother died or something, and that's why his father Charles panics all the time and everything, which sounds like a load of nonsense, because if you've seen All Grown Up and you've seen the other brother as well, it does sound like a bit of nonsense. But it's a really interesting read of a conspiracy theory, and it's quite an interesting one as well. But I just think it's a nonsense really, but I do enjoy reading it. I'm now going to move on to a third conspiracy theory, and that is of recess. Now there's a lot of theories going on about recess, and obviously with cartoons all the characters wear exactly the same clothes like all the time, but I think that's just the way they're drawn, or how the people just have them, you know. And there's this conspiracy theory saying that all the children on the playground are actually ghosts, and out of the main 6 characters, they each died in a different year. So like TJ died first, I think, then Spinelli, and then a few of the other ones and stuff. So that one's a bit weird. And if you look at like their outfits are from like different decades in the year as well. So people are saying that they died at different stages or different decades of, like, you know, of the world, or not of the world, but of the, you know, like the time scale of like time. And that's why their ghosts haunt the playground. That's why they don't change their clothes and how they act and stuff. But that's another theory that, you know, who knows. But I'm going to put a link of the description of a link to the conspiracy theory in more detail, so you guys can have a little read as well and let me know what you think, or if you've heard any other recess conspiracy theories. But yeah, that was another one. And then there's another conspiracy theory about Hey Arnold. Now, I was a huge Hey Arnold fan. I still am today. I'm following, you know, fan sites on like different social medias, from like Facebook, Twitter. And some of you guys might know that we're finally getting the Jungle movie, which is coming out in November, and I'm really excited, looking forward to the movie coming out. I'm even probably gonna buy myself a Hey Arnold t-shirt and some leggings to wear for when the film comes out. Now, I've been reading a lot online and really getting into like all the conspiracy theories involving all the cartoons, including Hey Arnold, and there were two that caught my eye. One of them I thought was a bit nonsense and a bit weird, and the other one I thought, you know, logically that would make sense. Now, the first one that sort of makes sense is that Hey Arnold is actually not about Arnold, it's actually about Helga and her story, and that's why the name's Hey Arnold, is because she's talking about Arnold and her love for him, and it's about her mum who's like a drunk addict, and her dad's like an obsessive like control freak, you know, who is just obsessed with his job and everything. So it sort of says it's more about her. And then the second theory about Hey Arnold is that Hey Arnold's grandparents are actually his parents, and the reason why he's got a big head is because he has this condition. So yeah, that was a bit random as well and a bit weird, but who knows, you know. But with the Jungle movie coming out, it does sound like a bit of nonsense, but it's still nice to read up on a few of the conspiracy theories. Anyway, that was the last one there. Hi. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the conspiracy theory. If you've heard of any more cartoon theories or any theories about Recess, SpongeBob, Rugrats or anything, please let me know in the description. And I'm gonna hopefully film a Disney conspiracy theory, or a Disney / Pixar one, or maybe one of each, coming soon as well. Anyway guys, if you'd like to see more content on my channel, please press the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell to keep up to date with my videos, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Anyway, take care, bye.